this is your captain speaking. We'll arriving at our destination shortly.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to the latest episode AX3 show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted internet. Right? Tough day for me, but I promised y'all I'd be back today. I didn't get a chance to do the flights that I wanted to do. 1 second. There we go. Let me just mute that a little bit so I can talk. Yeah. So I apologize. I originally wanted to do the 727. With the Super 7, you know, the Super 27, that was the original plan. And then or the TBM 850 from Black Square. There was a new update recently that came out for it, and I had the whole checklist in the same intentions, but I had some personal issues today that took precedence, which, you know, took the time. But I did say I'd be back today, so I'm back. And there's some stuff. I mean, there's some new Red Bull stuff, which is cool. We're going to look at in 2024. We're going to do our lessons first. We're going to do our lesson plans first, and then we're going to go ahead and after that into 2024. And if you own Flow from Parallel 42, you can now upgrade that for Microsoft 2024. You can now, I believe it's $2. I paid $2 for it today. You have to go into here. I'll show you what to do. So, second, let me simulate. Oh, I don't have. 1 second. Let me get auto FPS rolling real quick, and then I'll open up where you go. Okay. So, what you want to do? You want to go into the marketplace, and then you want to, you know, pull up. You want to pull up that you own it, right? And just take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of the whole page, and you can open up a ticket with them. You probably, I mean, you probably got an email. That's how I found out about it. I mean, they're going to email you whether you bought it from Orbix or Contrail or right from the Parallel 42 website. I tried it out for a few minutes, just getting it set up with the shortcuts and all that, and it looks pretty smooth. You know, I think it's going to be a good thing, because man, having Flow makes some things so much easier in the game. Frequencies, and I don't need to sell you all on it. If y'all have it, you know what I mean. All right, let's go ahead and do our schooling, our flying around Lower Manhattan. So here's what we're doing today. Here's what we're doing today, class. Show y'all. We are doing number 10, which is the skyline. So we're going to be flying around, you know, Lower Manhattans down towards the Statue of Liberties and stuff like that. And then after we do that, we have Islander, where we are touring around the west coast of Scotland, the Isle of Arran, Scotland, which is also known as Scotland in miniature. Yep. And those are the two there. And then we're going to check out the Red Bull Racing, which I didn't realize that came out today. At least I think it came out today, because it didn't. Yeah, it had to have, because it didn't tell me anything about it yesterday when I logged into Microsoft 2020. Not when I logged in, but when I opened Microsoft yesterday, 2024, it didn't show anything. So I'm guessing it did come out today, because it wasn't like that yesterday. So there we go. I just, you see how my mind works? You see how I just seduced all that? Look at that, man. That's some next level brain power right there. Next level brain power. All right, let's go to Navigator, and we got Skyline and then Islander. Okay, I think we did the Mountaineer already. Maybe we didn't. I'll have to go back and look. I know we've done Frostbite and night. I remember Night Shift. Maybe we didn't do. Anyways, gives a fuck. Oh, I gotta make sure my controls. Which plane are we? We're doing the Cessna there. Hang on, let me see which one we're doing. I think we're doing the Cessna for both of these. The Cessna 152. Okay, let me just make sure I have Cessna controls real quick. Options, controller option. Yep, see, we had the wrong one here. Got the wrong one, bitch. Needs to have on it. Needs to say condition. Man, I even put on the special tops tonight for, I don't know if y'all can see this, but these down here. Well, I don't need to use the mouse. I can just show you in real life. Hang on a second. Let me just save this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I was really getting ready to fly that TBM 800. Let me move the camera. So these levers right there, the red one, the blue one, and the black one next to it. The red one, the blue one, and the black one next to it. I put those on tonight because I was planning on using the TBM, but you know, didn't quite go down that way tonight, which it is what it is. We'll be flying that TBM soon. I love black square airplanes. Yes, they're a pain in the ass to start, but that's the reason I like them. It's because it's so much stuff to do, man. Like that checklist, man. That's an impressive check. Every black square checklist is impressive. Like, real pilots in real life, is their checklist that long? It's like, man, it almost seems like it'll take 4 hours to start up a TBM. Okay, dude, I heard. Speaking of skylines, I saw this new restaurant from Gordon Ramsay last night on YouTube. It's called like Gordon Ramsay High or something like that, and you overlook London Tower and all that shit down there that they got down there. And I don't know what else they got down there, but they got a lot of stuff in London to look at. But you're like 12 floors up, or maybe it was higher. But there's a table, and it seats 12 people, and it's only one table sat per night, so it's only 12 customers every night. And these cooks are making like next level shit that'll blow your mind. You need to check it out. It's called Gordon Ramsay High, I think, but it's like at the top of this skyscraper in London, and I mean, you are like looking out, like kind of like a skyline like this. Like you just see everything, like just out there. Awesome. I wonder how much it costs to eat there. I bet you I wonder if it's like $1,000 in American money. I wonder if it's like $1,000 a head for dinner. I wonder if they're pulling in 10 to 12,000. They have to if they're using super fresh ingredients. You know, but you're only cooking for 12 people though, so it's not like you have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. You just need enough and not mess up the ingredients you get. Like don't debone the salmon wrong, or don't yeah, you know what I mean. All right, what am I talking about? Cooking and shit. Let's go flying. Let's hear what our instructor has to say for us today. I did study to be a chef for a while, and I did spend a long time in the restaurant industry growing up. Boom. All right, I am seated, and I am ready to go.
Major cities around the world are usually accompanied by one or more international airports. Light VFR traffic such as ourselves wouldn't be able to fly through the busy airspace that surrounds these large airports, so some locations operate special local flying routes.
Okay.
We're tracking the Hudson River southbound towards New York City, and we're going to take advantage of the Class B exclusion zone to transit New York airspace. This is the New York Special Flight Rules Area, which will allow us to fly below the Class B airspace system that services LaGuardia, Teterboro and Newark Liberty. The concept is simple. Fly along the Hudson River below 1,300 feet, keeping to the right, and announce your position over the radio as you go. This means that southbound traffic such as ourselves keep to the western shoreline, with northbound flights keeping to the east, so that we keep out of each other's way. Take us down to 1,200 feet, so that we are at a suitable altitude to fly the Hudson exclusion zone.
Wonder what bridge that is. I don't say does anybody know, but nobody watches my show. There used to be people that watched the show. Now there's nobody that watches the show. They like, man, just forget about Greg. He make dumb commentary.
Great. Now get set up and trimmed out at 1,200 feet. We'll need to keep this altitude for the full length of the zone. Starting at the communications tower listed on the chart as Alpine Tower, the zone stretches southbound past NYC, the full length of the Hudson. To comply with the procedure, we must announce our position at each mandatory reporting point on Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, CTAF. Tune the COM1 to the CTAF frequency of 123.05. Please keep us at 1,200 feet through the whole exclusion zone.
Oh, you know what? Let me start this over again. I want to hear what he said about the keeping to the right and the left, and I want to pull it up on my iPad as well so I can look at it.
Major cities around the world are usually accompanied by one or more international airports. Light VFR traffic such as ourselves wouldn't be able to fly through the busy airspace that surrounds these large airports, so some locations operate special local flying routes. We're tracking the Hudson River southbound towards New York City, and we're going to take advantage of the Class B exclusion zone to transit New York airspace. This is the New York Special Flight Rules Area, which will allow us to fly below the Class B airspace system that services LaGuardia, Teterboro and Newark Liberty. The concept is simple. Fly along the Hudson River below 1,300 feet, keeping to the right, and announce your position over the radio as you go.
Keeping to the right, that's what I thought he said.
This means that southbound traffic such as ourselves keep to the western shoreline, with northbound flights keeping to the east, so that we keep out of each other's way.
Western shoreline.
Take us down to 1,200 feet,
I get it
so
now.
that we are at a suitable altitude to fly the Hudson exclusion zone.
Okay, I got it now. Yeah, where the fuck am I going?
Great. Now get set up and trimmed out at 1,200 feet. We'll need to keep this altitude for the full length of the zone. Starting at the communications tower listed on the chart as Alpine Tower, the zone stretches southbound past NYC, the full length of the Hudson. To comply with the procedure, we must announce our position at each mandatory reporting point on Common Traffic Advisory Frequency.
Pretty much trimmed out right now.
Tune the COM1 to the CTAF frequency of 123.05. Hudson marks the border between New Jersey and New York State. It flows southbound towards the ocean. I'll point out each reporting point as we go, but don't feel the need to fly directly overhead them, as we must keep to the right side of the Hudson the whole way. The entry to the exclusion zone and our first reporting point is Alpine Tower, a radio mast beside the Hudson. Alpine Tower is also known as Armstrong Tower, and it stands over 400 feet tall. Built in 1938 to experiment
I'm like, did we see it yet? It's right there, though.
To the modern FM radio.
Never knew we would get a history lesson while we're flying tonight. That's pretty cool. Man, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm so happy I'm getting a chance to do this tonight. I really needed it after today, man. I just wanted to do something to get my mind off things, man. I love just flying like this. Nowhere to go, just looking around. Look at all the pretty sights. Get down in altitude a bit. Cinema mode. That's what got me in trouble last time. I was doing cinema mode. That's where when I was over like the middle of New Jersey, like 5 minutes ago. Came out of cinema mode and I was like, oh shit, look where we're at. Alright, we can see skyline coming into view. Should be better now. Auto FPS was a little screwed up. Come on, and you can. Oh shit, we got to get up in altitude. There we go. Ooh. I was thinking about bringing out my flight stick tonight instead of this one because of the racing, but you know, I haven't used that thing in so long. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna work still. It probably will. I'm gonna test it out upstairs first before I try to use it on something on stream like this. Those Red Bull races, man, the at least the areas that they had there that are available so far look like it's gonna be fun.
Tower, we'll make our first position report.
I don't see any tower, but
Cessna, Alpine Tower, 1,200 feet southbound. We don't expect a reply, as this is a simple broadcast of our position for others to hear.
What's flashing over there? It's an airport. Probably LaGuardia.
The next reporting point is the George Washington as simply GWB. The George Washington is a double-deck suspension bridge that spans the Hudson and is the world's busiest motor vehicle bridge, carrying over 100 million vehicles a year.
Wow. That's a crazy amount of cars every year. I think the one after that's going to be Intrepid. Looks like that's a mandatory reporting point. There's a clock that looks like one. On the map we saw in the beginning, the VFR map. Oh, Navigraph, by the way, it's got some new shit out. Navigraph. I don't know what membership you have to have with Navigraph, but they now have VATSIM traffic on Navigraph now, and they have IVAO traffic and shit on there now. So, you know, if you do like their SimLink system where it'll, oops, keep it 1200. If, you know, where their telemetry system where it tracks your data, you know, it shows your airplane and all the speeds and altitudes and pressures and all that, you know, you've seen it, you've seen me use it before. But if you have that system, they now have this, where VATSIM traffic pulls up now, and also, like I said, IVAO. They also have new VFR maps out as well, which I don't know whose they are. I'm gonna have to look at them a little closely. It had somebody's name in front of the map, like Roberts VFR or something like that. I don't really recall what it was, to be honest. I looked at it so quickly I don't remember. All right, let's keep to the right, to the western bank. Yo, the last navigation thing to do on in the lessons here, the last one looks dope as hell. It's like 5 or 6 pages long. I can't wait to do it. I'm checking my phone. I have a lot of moving pieces in my personal life right now, which is what it is. But as a parent, you know, you always do what you think is best for your child to keep them safe and... Oh shit. Let me get down in altitude before he yells at us. Hey, as a parent, that's my #1 job, I think, is to keep your kids safe. I think that's what it is. The decision I made today, I know keeps my daughter safe. A tough decision when you're a parent, you know, to do something you know your child's not going to like, or something that they can appreciate at this moment.
We'll make another position report. Cessna GWB, 1200 feet southbound. The Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum is our next reporting point and is a really fascinating place.
It is?
USS Intrepid
is
an aircraft carrier which served in the United States Navy between 1943 to 1974, with a flight deck of around 900 feet in length. In the white pavilion on top lives the Enterprise space shuttle, with the supersonic Concorde stationed below it. Do remember
we're using trim to control our height right now.
Keep to the right side of the Hudson.
Am I on the wrong side? All right. Hang on. Let me read what he said. Ooh, I almost knocked over my Mountain Dew. That would have been real bad. Okay. Interact. Can I go up? There we go. Okay. Hudson procedure. This will be transmitting. See, I'm thinking when he says Western Shoreline, I'm thinking that we need to stay here, really, because that's the Western Shoreline to me. I mean, at least on the direction that we're going, that's Western. That's out west. Just don't know what he means. They have transcripts down here. I could have sworn I just saw them down here. Wait a second. Let me just check this out real quick. If it'll let me. It won't let me get down that far. That's so gay. It really is. Good job, OBS. Oh well, fuck it. Good job, OBS. Way to make that very interactive so we can actually look at the whole document. Come on, OBS, fix that shit. There's no reason in the year almost 2026 that I can't scroll all the way down on the document. That shit is wild, man. That's like, you know, elementary kind of coding, man. It's a pretty motherfucking game sometimes, isn't it? I'm staying on this side. This is where I believe I should be. I'm not going to the other side of the shore. I think this is it. Few more days and I think I'll be ordering Track IR. Cannot wait to be able to turn my head and look. I may get a different mic if that's the case. A mic where it'll turn with my head. I guess this mic could be okay. I'll have to do some testing. See if there's like a sound fall off when I turn my head. I'm not going to be turning it much though, that's the thing, just a little bit at a time. There's the aircraft carrier. Cruise ship.
Cessna, Intrepid, 1,200 feet southbound.
Here's World Trade Center 1, I guess.
Next up in terms of reporting points is the Colgate Clock, which is a huge clock face situated in New Jersey, beside the Goldman Sachs Tower. The Colgate Clock has been in this area since 1906, with the original being stationed on the roof of the company headquarters to celebrate their centennial year. It has 8 sides to represent their octagon zone, which was one of their most well-known products at the time. It's known as the clock reporting point.
I think our last reporting point is the Statue of Liberty. I wonder if we're going to be landing on this excursion we're doing right now. I don't think we're going to, but there's the statue. There she is. Right to the 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock now at the clock tower. I wonder what my settings are at right now. Bet you everything's at like ultra. Okay, high, ultra, 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 high, high, high. Medium motion blur. Something. Microsoft Simulator. Oh, it doesn't have an optimized thing anymore. Oh, probably because auto FPS is. Take a quick glance at auto. It's okay. There are targeting 126 frames a second. We can't even see that quick. I do have VRAM plus. Let me just put this on VFR and see if that'll change. It just looks a little fake. Just a little bit more than usual. I wonder if this will help some of the shadow angle I'm looking at. Some of the ground textures. There she is. The old 1,200-foot clock tower.
Cessna, clock 1,200 feet southbound.
You got the old Statue of Liberty.
Our next reporting point is unmistakable. The Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
Constructed in France and gifted to the USA as a symbol of friendship, the outer shell is built from copper. Green oxidized
well, I bet you could sell that thing now for a pretty penny.
Years, as the copper reacts with the oxygen.
Get it? Because pennies are copper.
Lady Liberty stands at 151 feet in height. The torch was used as a lighthouse for a short time before being decommissioned, as it was determined to not be bright enough for shipping.
Yeah, they could have put a light in it though.
Cessna, Statue of Liberty, 1,200 feet southbound. Is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, which represents the southern tip of the exclusion zone and is reported as VZ. The bridge links Staten Island with Brooklyn and had a misspelled name for much of its life, with a missing Z, until this was officially corrected in 2018.
Shame on you when you step through too. Old dirty bastard, Brooklyn.
The bridge is named after the first
Shame on you
European
when you
explorer
step
to
through
enter
too.
New York Harbor.
Old dirty bastard, Brooklyn
who
Zoo.
came here in 1524.
Brooklyn Zoo. It's very interesting. The decision I made today was the exact same decision my dad made for me. In a different context, but the same type of decision that he made. And back when I was younger, my mom decided to overrule him at the time, and I didn't get the help I needed. But I thought that was a really cool thing that she mentioned, that I was channeling my dad, because I was just doing what I thought was best for my child. That's all any parent can do. I mean, there's no like 100% do things this way, 100% do things that way. I go with my gut, you know, and hopefully it, you know, on the other side it works out okay. I'm not going to get into like the specifics of the decision I had to make today, but you know, it was definitely a decision. It was a tough decision. A decision not to have my daughter in the house anymore for a while so she can get help. Like that kind of decision. And hard decision I ever had to make. I hope nobody has to go through that. But if you do, and your heart is telling you one thing, use logic, past experience, history of the situation. Use that and your gut to make a decision. Don't let your heart do it, because if your heart gets in the way, you're doing what your heart wants. And that's a tough thing to give up, but sometimes it's for the best. When you look at things from an outsider and just look at the logical...
Cessna
See, the bridge looks like shit.
Southbound.
What is Microsoft doing? Cars not even on the bridge, they just flying around the bridge. Why is it rendered like shit? I know it's a double-decker bridge, but damn. Alright.
Now that we're out of the exclusion zone, we can navigate as we please and climb back up to a suitable en route altitude.
Okay.
There are plenty of examples for other local flying procedures at US airports, known as flyways, which operate in much the same way as the Hudson exclusion zone.
I've seen them before.
Look out for this type of procedure before dismissing such busy airspace as unfeasible, as you might just find a local route that would not only allow safe passage, but give you stunning views, as we have seen here in New York City.
Okay.
Next, we're headed for Scotland to look at crossing stretches of water and a few last items before we send you solo on a trip.
I know! Dude, that trip is gonna be awesome. Did we pass teacher? Did we get a 0? Oh, we actually got points this time. Look at that. That's new. That is new, my friends. Yes, sir. Alright. Let's go and do our Scotland trip. Hey, where's for 12? That's interesting. Where's the last that's interesting. I wonder where that last mission is. Maybe it's not part of... No, it's part of Zero to Hero. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. Yeah, it's called Highlander. Maybe you have to complete them all first. Alright, we're at 1,500 feet.
Before we send you solo in the next flight,
Heading
there are a
north.
few final points to cover. We're flying northbound along the Isle of Arran to the southwest of Glasgow, en route to Lochranza Castle. The glide clear rule that we have touched upon a few times already also extends to situations where you wish to cross a stretch of water, as we will do shortly, to cross over the Firth of Clyde to reach the Scottish mainland, before heading over to Glasgow Airport to land. Single-engine aircraft such as our Cessna 152 need to always have the ability to glide back to a safe landing spot in the event of an engine failure.
Oh, never mind, we're in
And there is a
2020.
simple
I was like,
rule
oh,
of
look,
thumb that we can
whoa.
use to work out what altitude will enable us to do this. 1,000 feet of altitude allows us to glide for roughly 1.5 nautical miles.
Ah, that's where we are. I was wondering where we were at.
Using our VFR map, we have determined that the stretch of water we need to cross is about 6 nautical miles wide. Therefore, to glide 6 nautical miles, 6 divided by 1.5 is 4, meaning 4,000 feet. This gives a conservative number, as it allows us to glide the entire distance across the water, whereas more accurately, we only need to glide from the actual worst case point, which is halfway across. We'll use the 4,000 feet figure for safety. Take us up to 4,000 feet.
Gotta teach. I'm just using the rudder right now and the trim to climb. I'm not doing any inputs. I'm barely touching the rudder, by the way. But I am, like, continually moving the trim forward and back a little bit. Probably lean the fuel a little bit, too, since I'm climbing. See, this looks so much better than New York City. I know it doesn't have all the buildings and shit to render, but look at that, man. That is beautiful. Alright, we are almost at 4,000 feet.
Get us stabilized to 4,000 feet and speed back up to 100 knots. Flying at higher altitudes, we are in thinner air. The piston engine runs best at a certain fuel-to-air ratio. We have reduced the air side of the ratio by climbing to a higher altitude. We can adjust the fuel by using the red mixture knob located beside the throttle. The mixture is set to full rich, but now please pull the lever back a small amount to reduce the fuel flow and bring us back towards our optimal fuel-to-air ratio. You will notice an increase in engine RPM as the engine begins to run more efficiently. This improves our fuel economy and also reduces engine rough running and carbon deposits on the spark plugs. When we reach Lochranza Castle, we'll turn right across the Firth of Clyde towards Mount Stuart House, located on the eastern coast of the Isle of Bute. Keep us at 100 knots airspeed. Now turn to heading 059 to get us on our way to Mount Stuart House. This leg will be about 6 minutes. Tune. We're going to land at Glasgow Airport, so let's tune the Glasgow tower frequency of 118.805. We want heading 059 to Mount Stuart House. Please keep us at 4,000 feet. Great, now our radios are ready for when we get nearer to the Glasgow control zone. Temp, engine parameters are all looking normal. Tank, fuel is looking good.
I should probably start this over again, but I think we're okay.
Keep us at 100 knots airspeed.
Yeah, you know what? Let me restart this. I didn't make that turn properly. The 059 turn. I think we're off course.
Before we send you solo in the next flight, there are a few final points to cover. We're flying northbound along the Isle of Arran to the southwest of Glasgow, en route to Lochranza Castle. The glide clear rule that we have touched upon a few times already also extends to situations where you wish to cross a stretch of water, as we will do shortly, to cross over the Firth of Clyde to reach the Scottish mainland, before heading over to Glasgow Airport to land. Single-engine aircraft such as our Cessna 152 need to always have the ability to glide back to a safe landing spot in the event of an engine failure, and there is a simple rule of thumb that we can use to work out what altitude will enable us to do this. 1,000 feet of altitude allows us to glide for roughly 1.5 nautical miles.
And for every airplane?
Using our VFR map, we've determined that the stretch of water we need to cross is about 6 nautical miles wide. Therefore, to glide 6 nautical miles, 6 divided by 1.5 is 4, meaning 4,000 feet. This gives a conservative number, as it allows us to glide the entire distance across the water, whereas more accurately, we only need to glide from the actual worst case point, which is halfway across. We'll use the 4,000 feet figure for safety. Take us up to 4,000 feet.
Aren't we already on a... Oh, never mind. No, we're not. Okay. So if I fly directly... I was coming in at the castle, I think, on the wrong angle last time. I think that was part of it. Doing too much with camera angles and cinema mode and all that shit. We do have a good climb going though. Speed's good. We really could have flaps down at this point. We are in the white band of the speed indicator, but it's okay. I'd like to get to 4,000 by the time we get to Lochranza Castle. Look at that. How pretty is that? Imagine flying over that like all the time. That would have to be awesome. Come on, we're almost there.
Great, get us stabilised to 4,000 feet and speed back up to 100 knots.
I am continually moving the trim as well. I don't think pilots do that so much in real life. Maybe they do, I don't know. I think they would if they don't have the autopilot on. Like if they're hand flying, I think that would make a lot of sense. That way you can do like, you don't have to do such inputs like, oh my god.
Flying at higher altitudes, we are in thinner air. The piston engine runs best at a certain fuel-to-air ratio. We have reduced the air side of the ratio by climbing to a higher altitude. We can adjust the fuel by using the red mixture knob located beside the throttle. The mixture is set to full rich, but now please pull the lever back a small amount to reduce the fuel flow and bring us back towards our optimal fuel-to-air ratio. You will notice an increase in engine RPM as the engine begins to run more efficiently.
It looks like we're maxed out on the RPM,
this improves
but
our
okay.
fuel economy and also reduces engine rough running and carbon deposits on the spark plugs. When we reach Lochranza Castle, we'll turn right across the Firth of Clyde towards Mount Stuart House, located on the eastern coast of the Isle of Bute. Great, now turn to heading 059 to get us on our way to Mount Stuart House. Time.
Overshoot
this leg
south.
will be about 6 minutes.
Remember that. Overshoot south, undershoot north.
We're going to land
Ocean.
at Glasgow Airport, so let's tune the Glasgow tower frequency of 118.805. Please keep us at 4,000 feet.
Oh, my bad, dude.
Great, now our radios are ready for when we get nearer to the Glasgow control zone. Temp, engine parameters are all looking normal. Tank, fuel is looking good. Keep us at 100 knots airspeed.
I'm working on it, buddy. I think we might have it now. Didn't really cost us much time having the restart, just a few minutes.
We're on our way to Mount Stuart House, which is on the eastern shore of the Isle of Bute. It's a country house built in the 1870s, surrounded by expansive gardens, and was the first home in Scotland to be supplied with electricity.
Oh, wow.
It may have also had the world's first heated swimming pool in a private home.
Oh, shit. That's cool. By the way, I don't think the RPM gauges work on this airplane. I don't know if this is an Inabuilds or a Carenado airplane. Probably Carenado being that it's a little Cessna. But, yeah, the RPM doesn't work on it. That is actually a good question. Who does make the base Cessna? I'll have to look that up. Wonder if it's the same folks that make it on 2020 as well. I know this is 2020. What am I thinking? I'll look that up. Very curious who makes the airplane. The only time you ever see anything in the RPM gauge working is when you're outside and you have the HUD up. When you move the throttle, this little diamond down here will move with the throttle, but other than that, the RPMs are always like maxed out in this airplane. It's a little lesson. Hard to see, like if my wings are level and shit like that when I'm in cinematic mode. Which would make sense. That would make sense to me. We gotta get back on track. Shit.
Please keep us at 4,000 feet.
Oh, I was trying to get back before you would say
We
something.
want heading 059 to Mount Stewart House.
I know, I'm working on it, buddy. Cinematic mode, mess me up.
We're getting a good view of the house now.
We are?
Take us overhead and we'll leave Mount Stewart en route for Inverkip Power Station.
Yeah. Hey, so buddy. Mount Stewart House. There we go. Whoa.
Now turn left to heading 034 towards the site of the disused Inverkip Power Station. This is where there was a power station, which was in operation until 1988 and featured a nearly 800-foot tall chimney.
Oh, wow.
Time. This leg is also quite short, at just 5 minutes.
Okay.
Tune. We have Glasgow Tower tuned into Com1, so we'll give them a call in a moment. The edge of the Glasgow CTR is near Inverkip. We expect ATC to want us to be 2,000 feet or below by this point. Please start descending now to 1,900 feet to give us plenty of time. Now please manage the descent so that we are below 2,000 feet before we reach Inverkip. Temp, engine looks fine. Tank, fuel is as expected. Alright, let's call Glasgow Tower and request zone entry to land. We'll expect to be asked to arrive using the published River Clyde entry-exit route.
Alright.
This is a predetermined corridor to allow VFR traffic to arrive using a known procedure. much like how commercial traffic follow IFR procedures known as SIDS and STARS.
Okay.
Glasgow Tower, Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, request zone entry to land.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Glasgow Tower, pass your message.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Cessna 152, descending 1,900 feet, QNH 1010, reaching Inverkip, request
I wonder if I need to set it to
land.
1010.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Roger, cleared to enter the control zone at Inverkip, VFR not above 2,000 feet. Route Greenock to Bishopton, clearance limit Bishopton. Runway 05 in use.
VFR
They
not
said
above
1010.
2,000 feet, Inverkip, Greenock, limit Bishopton, runway 05, Golf Alpha Charlie.
I need to learn all that lingo.
Okay, so we're clear to enter the CTR, but to do so we need to be below 2,000 feet, as predicted.
I got you, bro.
Good, now maintain 1,900 feet as we enter the zone at Inverkip.
Got you, my dude. Can I use autopilot? Man, all this beautiful scenery, beautiful land in Scotland, they got these damn fucking bird-killing windmill machines. Damn, that sucks. Man, them blue-haired liberals made their way over to Scotland too, man. I can't believe it. We'll use the wind. I was like Trump when he was like 10 years ago and he was running for president the first time. He was like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to watch TV tonight, honey. There's no wind outside. Sorry, we can't pull our house down and we can't eat dinner. And sorry, dear, we can't watch your favorite show. There's no wind. He's got to be the best troll in, like, he's got to be one of the top 10, top 5 trolls of all times. Oh, darling, we can't watch your favorite show tonight, darling. Sorry, there's no wind outside. I haven't looked at this landing yet. I have no idea what we're in for, so I don't really know where the... Oh, that looks really good down there. I don't know where the runway is or the airport or anything like that at this point. I'm as blind to this as you. Fuck, man, them things are ugly. Alright, where are we going, Teach? Oop, I saw something flash up on the screen. Come on, we got to get pod racing going here. We got to end this this lesson, buddy.
As ATC instructed, now please take us to the docks at Greenock, which is the start of the VFR entry procedure for Glasgow.
Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. Airplane's trying to climb on me. See that? We almost crossed 2,000 feet. We almost got blasted. We gotta stay below the radar. That way we can come in all stealth and shit. Foxtrot Tango Whiskey. This is Alpha Papa Bear. Looking to join VFR request 02 Kilo. He texting me this late. Hi, comma. It's a little complicated and a little much to write. I'll send you a message here in a little bit. Period. She's healthy and she's safe. Still in the same place. See here, not too bad. I was able to text and fly. That's cool. You don't have to worry about hitting as many cars up here. You can text all you want and fly, I guess, right? That's safe. Pilots do it all the time. 4 to 5 pilots agree you can text while you're flying. Kidding. That's probably a really bad idea, to be honest. Probably a really bad idea. All right, green car.
Please turn towards Bishopton, which is our clearance limit. If we don't hear from ATC before we reach there, we'll fly in orbit to wait our turn to land. Follow the River Clyde, keeping us to the southern shoreline, as this will take us towards Bishopton.
Got it. Do we need to put like landing lights on or anything like that, buddy?
Now that we're back down to a lower altitude, set the mixture to full rich again, which is the correct setting for the approach and landing.
I did it, but I'll do it again.
VFR circuits are typically flown at 1,000 feet above airfield level.
Mm-hmm.
The elevation of Glasgow Airport is 26 feet, so we will round up and use 1,100
Are we descending again, buddy?
feet as circuit altitude.
I'm putting our lights on.
Please now take us down to 1,100 feet in preparation for the approach.
It must be really close if they're descending us to 1,100 feet right now. I'm just thinking, like, I've just in my head just looking at chart after chart after chart in my head that I've flown over the years, and anytime you're within like 1,100 feet or 1,000 feet, usually you're within a few miles of the airport. From what I can remember seeing on those charts.
At a suitable altitude to join the circuit to land, fly to Bishopton and wait for ATC instructions.
Yeah. Well, if anybody watches that show, Fairyland, or whatever the hell that show is called, the show on HBO Max about the clown from Stephen King. Remember the movie from the 80s, It, and then the new movies that came out. Well, man, I think it's called Welcome to Dairyland or some shit like that. Man, that show was pretty fucking good, man. The writers, I think, did outside of
Golf
one.
Alpha Charlie join left base, runway 05. Cleared to land, wind 350 at 8.
Left base, cleared to land, runway 05, Golf Alpha Charlie. Alright, bring us in for a landing on runway 05. Come to a stop on the runway.
We'll do. We got to join, and then we got to circle, and then we'll land. Oh, he just said left. So let's turn this way, and then we'll spin around. You know what? No, I am gonna spin around it. I want to see the runway. I want to see the runway first. I can't really tell what it is yet. Alright, let's turn. Excellent. We'll go out just a little bit and then we'll turn around and come in for a landing. And we'll do some Red Bull racing, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. See if number 12 will show up on our lessons. I don't know where number 12 is right now, but I want it to show up, that's for sure. Show up or show out. Alright, I think we're okay to, I think we're, well, let's go out to this mound and then let's go out to this tree line right here. And then we'll spin around. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go flaps 1. start descending a little bit. There's the highway. We know we're close. Flaps 2. All right, red lights, white lights are good things. Boy, Red Bull Racing is right around the corner. I can't wait to give that shit a try. All right, flaps full. Sir, we'll take it, bitch. We'll stop. Ugh.
That's it. You've completed all of the lessons in FS Academy Navigator.
No, I thought there was
We've come
one
a
more.
long way and covered a lot of subjects, from becoming familiar with ground features, simple stepping stone navigation, drift effects, plus nighttime and winter VFR.
Yeah.
You now have all the tools you need to navigate the land VFR on your own. I'll be leaving you here.
Oh, you were such a good teacher.
Next, you'll leave Glasgow on your own for a solo trip across the Scottish Highlands.
That's what I want to do.
So that you can put your new skills into practice.
But you wouldn't be with me.
Everything you need is in the manual, including airfield charts, VFR maps, and the nav log. The trip is broken up into several legs, with some fantastic scenery along the way.
Okay. We get up the
I hope
runway
this
now,
is just
or?
the beginning for a long and rewarding journey that will see you putting your navigation skills to the test across the globe for years to come.
Yeah.
Well done. Enjoy your trip and all the best.
Well, I'll see you again in the next lessons. Did we get a score? Ah, Eco Sounds, thank you. Let me just see if it shows up now. Oh, it's right here. Navigator number 12. Go solo. Oh, these are like the ending ones. Okay, very good. But that's cool. Navigator, VFR, 10, 11. Oh, where's VFR? Just let me look at something real quick. Oh yeah, 9, 10, 11 sure aren't there. 12. Okay. Alright. Why is Eco Soundscapes playing now? Oh, because we're still in that menu. Okay. Let's close this out and open up 2024 and try out this racing. Try it out for a few minutes, see what it's about. See if it's something we're gonna try. If I'm gonna continue doing it. I wasn't really big into the racing before, like the F4, the one from Top Gun and arena racing. I didn't really get into that before, but maybe I will now. I'm a little older now. Maybe I'll get into it. Alright, let's quit this. Close out 0 to 0. Stop auto FPS. Okay, auto FPS is done. Go ahead and open up Microsoft 20. Once that starts rolling, I'll connect it to OBS. Yeah, there was a time when I started talking about personal stuff, like on my streams, like a year ago. But I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not putting my business out there. But I did have to make, you know, I'm not going to be like specific with, but and that decision I had to make today regarding my daughter, man, it was the hardest decision I think I've ever had to make in my whole life. Just trying to get her help, and it's coming in a few weeks, hopefully. But you know, I need to make sure she's safe, and you know, until then, and I had to leave her at the facility she's at now. I just wouldn't bring her home because I just don't feel she's going to be safe, just based on prior, you know, all folks have to go by is experience. You know what I mean? And if you know, if you have a life experience where where it's the same experience all the time, that's why they say history repeats itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, people can change, but that's a tough decision, man. I hope nobody has to go through a decision like that where, you know, you have to think about, like, if you want to bring home a family member or not, or leave them where they at. That's why I was saying earlier, you know, when your heart feels something, can't let the heart make the decision, because the heart wants what the heart wants, but sometimes that's not the logical and best thing to do. Let's see about some racing, bitch. Oh, I do want to show you the Parallel 42 deal real quick. Hang on a second. Let's just jump into TBM real quick. And we'll look at Parallel. We'll look at the flow real quick. Oh, yeah, let me get auto FPS rolling here. An update is already available. Holy crap. Hello, flow. See, it looks just like it used to. You can change the dates, the times, the hours. We got our shortcut set up here. We have weathers, weight, balance, portal, position, just like we did before. Looks really good. Anyways, I just wanted to show y'all that it does that it is here now. So, and I paid $2 for the update. But I can't wait to get in this airplane. If I see, I put on the special things tonight, so I had like these levers all taken care of with the same, like you know, the same tops, the blue and the red and all that. Yeah, I can't wait to get in this thing and try this thing out. We're gonna fly this like tomorrow, I hope. I really wanted to do it tonight and use the, wow, look how good that looks. Acrobatic, no, we want to do acrobatic maneuvers. I did finish the checklist for the Bay 146, so that's going to be ready here pretty soon. Let me see if it's ready yet from here. Let's see. Let's see if Just Flight and Microsoft had decided to push that yet. Yeah, still not available. Yep. Oh well, it'll be available sooner than later. It came out last week on the store, like if you bought it right from Just Flight. Okay, so we got Abu Dhabi, Chiba, Budapest, Spielberg, Rio de Janeiro, Monument Valley. Ooh, we're on the Zivco Edge. Awesome. Assisted controller sensitivity. Oh, we're at novice. Do I need to download something? Nope. World record, 43 seconds. It'll probably stay that after I'm done as well, too. Well, man, let's roll. Do I need live weather on? What's the deal? What's the deal, Goldilocks? Ain't nothing, I'm just hibernating. Love that watch. Pour me some scotch and cold Cavassier. Wool of rayon, lipstick, crayon. Fahrenheit spray on. Hope she get tipsy. I hope she recocks like a gypsy. Still on bricks with the witty 50. Fuck negotiation. Is you with me? Is you ain't? Let's watch this one more time. Sweetest carrot. I was playing with auto FPS. Sweetest carrot cake. Bacon plus she don't eat turkey bacon. Don't get down like that. I don't get down neither. Cuban link skeezer. Why you acting like a rep teaser? Alright, let's practice. At the jury exchange. Small change. I only fuck the Figaro chains. Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang. What y'all know about that? Well, I wish I had track IR for this. Dude, that's pretty dope. Alright, let's see about a smoke toggle. I just want to see if I do have... First of all, let me just make sure throttle is still throttle. Wrong device? Oh yeah, it is the wrong device. Alright, very good. Alright, let's look for smoke. All right, that works. All right, so let's try this now. Let's try to do the actual race. Actually, you know what? I don't really care about... Let's just practice them all. So that one was pretty cool. Let's try this one. Oh, well, all right. That's definitely a lot faster than it used to be on Microsoft. Alright, Chiba, let's try this out. Same airplane. Oh, we can change planes too. Dude, that was fun, man. But I wanna have a different controller. I want to use my flight stick for this. If I'm really gonna like try to get a time, I don't want to use this setup. I want to use the flight stick. What are our options for planes? Come on, Microsoft. Oh, look at it. Kind of brings you to a hangar. Okay, so it's pretty much all the same airplane. It's just different, I gotcha. Alright, let's practice this. Looks great. Where did my airplane go? Unless this is how the racing is supposed to be. Or it could be that I had to download something so it's not like 100% ready. Maybe I have to exit and then get back into it again. Very cool, man. I would imagine the arrows don't stay there when you're like really racing. Very cool. All right, so that's that one. Let's check out the next one. Budapest. Whatever their default plane is, we'll just go with that one. What we doing, Microsoft? Come on, baby, come on. Baby, baby, come on. Baby, baby, come on. I don't mind that view that we just had where it's like all outside the airplane, if that's the way it is, but I really doubt that's how it's supposed to be. I think you're supposed to be in the actual, like, see the airplane around you. Yeah, that was probably what it was before. I just had to restart the system, probably. Very cool. This is a cool one. Okay, Budapest. Let's do one or two more. Well, I mean, we might as well just try them all. There's only like 3 more left. All right, let's try Spielberg. What is Spielberg? It's got to be Steven Spielberg. That's got to be who they're talking about. Jojo Talent be killing this motherfucker. He'd be like, everyone is like, Jojo, Jojo. Let's give it up for Jojo. And we have novice, intermediate, expert. Wow, 5 people. Okay. Alright, well, let's just leave it on where we had it, so we can keep with the same theme, being that it's our first time. Okay, so we come out, we go down, around, up. Ah, this time we go to a different, that's cool. Alright, let's do this. It looked like there's red, white, and blue flag down there. They'd be celebrating America out here in Spielberg land. When I saw Spielberg, at first I thought it was like a Jurassic Park thing, because they just had that Jurassic Park come out. Whoa, this one is a tough one. This one is dope as hell. This is my favorite one so far. I'm guessing racers do that when they're doing loops. They decrease their throttle. That's cool, man. Very cool. Very, very cool. I kind of like that they're not like really long races too. Like those Top Gun ones, man, they were fun, but some of them were like, it just felt like they took a while sometimes. Maybe it's because I kept on crashing. Like I kept on crashing. Like I would be like, oh man, like you know how you go up and over the mountains, and then like you're like spinning around, you're upside down, and you're like, oh my, you're just hanging on by a thread, just barely keeping like the airplane, like everything together. And then out of nowhere, you just wind up hitting a tree or a mountain. You're like, fuck, and you gotta like go start over again. Oh wow, this one's quite a bit different. No like one loop-de-loop. Cool. It looks real good. And those cones look so good. Whoa! This one is crazy as hell. Wonder how much they use their rudders while they're doing this kind of stuff. By the way, when you kill the engine, arrow goes away. I didn't touch the throttle this time, and the arrow didn't go away. That one is cool as shit. All right, let's try one more of these. Monument Valley, probably somewhere in America. Monument Valley, USA. Of course, we got JoJo coming back with another #1 hit. JoJo Talent on your world leaderboard, yes sir. Then we got Bon Jiff, Tiger Hades, Tim Tebow. Oh shit, I saw him on the expert one before. Whenever I checked it, whenever I went to expert on that one, I saw his name there. Wow, this is a long race. Blue, blue, blue. Oh. The music is like, it's enough already, man. Can we like change the song, Microsoft? Can we change the song, Microsoft? I don't know if you can go outside the airplane or not. You really need track VR to do this, really. Like, and look around while you're doing it. It's too much to be like using a mouse to turn, or to, even the buttons on top here, just not precise enough. Maybe you can get away with it using a controller. Wow, what a turn. Good lord. Wonder how many G's you're pulling there. Oh, never mind. We got the G reader right there. For some reason, at first, I thought that was RPMs and shit. That's why I was playing with the throttle. I was trying not to redline it, but those must be G's that we're pulling. Dude, that was cool as shit. Let's go, bitch. We gonna get the flight stick connected to this, and in the next couple of days, I think we're gonna try to make something out of this. This was fun, but I don't, like I said, I don't want this system. I want my flight stick or a controller. Probably, to be honest, probably gonna be a controller, but I'm gonna try my flight stick upstairs. Yo, that is fucking dope as hell, dude. Absolutely. All right, I'm out of here for the night. I got a lot of thinking to do and a lot of soul searching. You know, like I said, I try, and if you listen tonight, you can probably figure out what's going on, but I'm not going to come out and just talk about it. You know, it's not my place to, especially I don't want to put my shit out there on the internet like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, that decision I had to make today, man. I hope no parents got to go through that. It's not something you want to do, man, because your heart's telling you to do the one thing, right? The heart's saying what you should do. But you know that it's not the right thing to do. Your gut's telling you it's not the right thing to do. Your head's telling you, but your heart, you know what I mean? It's like, it's weird how that shit works. Like, logically, you can make sense of it, but you just feel like, I just feel so guilty about this decision I made today. And I shouldn't, because I know at the end of the day, like, she's safe. You know what I mean? Like, I know she's safe. Is it proper to feel guilty about something like that, knowing that, you know what I'm saying? But I told her, and I told the folks trying to help her, I said, at the end of the day, as your parent, my main job is to just make sure you're safe. Make sure you're safe. And I know if I would have picked her up today and brought her back home, she wouldn't be safe. And I could not do that. So she gonna have to stay put for just a little bit longer till we figure something out. But yeah, man. I will hopefully be back tomorrow. You know, with my daughter's situation, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm going to have to go pick her up tomorrow or not. I don't know. If for some reason I can't stream tomorrow night, I'll do my best to put it on Discord, but I'm gonna start trying to do better about doing this more regularly like I used to, because I do enjoy it. It's just by the time I get off of work, I get so tired and shit, and then I eat dinner, take a shower, and next thing I know, I'm like laying in bed, and I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up, man. I'm cool just laying there with my iPad and just chilling. You know what I mean? And fuck it, just start work the next day. But I've been really enjoying the flight lessons. We have two. Well, we got to take the final on that navigation. We got 2 other ones we still got to do. We got the Red Bull racing. We got the AI checklist from Say Intentions. Like we got some shit to work with. I mean, we gonna work that checklist out next time. We're gonna do the TBM. I have it right here. We got the thumbnails ready to go. You can get the thumbnail right here. This thumbnail right here. See, we got it ready to go. We got the flight and everything. TBM 850 Say Intentions AI checklist, black square. We got it ready. We got that thumbnail, and then we got this thumbnail too. This the other flight we gonna be getting ready to do here. This yeah, it's a real flight. TSU 5192 from Rockford, Illinois to Philadelphia. It's a real 727 flight. I don't know why I started putting Oprah's face on every thumbnail. I just find it to be funny. I like the America First thing. I like every once in a while I use an app on my iPad to do the thumbnails. But whenever I use that app, I usually put in the T-Rex because I just think it's funny. I just think it's a funny picture. I don't know why I started putting Oprah's face on everything. I always like that meme of her. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. The climate's bad. Oprah say the climate's bad. Oh my God, we all gonna die. But I'm gonna buy this big old oceanfront house down in southern Florida, right on the ocean, even though the seas are rising. They know what's up. They just slip into another dimension. They just take out their outer skin and they just put their alien skin back on. That's what they do. Fucking reptilians that we got running around in America. Bunch of reptilians, I'm telling you. All right, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go eat me some dinner, and yeah, man, I got a baked potato call. I got a baked potato call. Look at my life is great. I got a baked potato call on my name. I got this these burritos I eat for Weight Watchers that they're really good. They're a pain in the ass to cook. It takes like 2 hours to cook it all down because I put a lot of shit in it. I put cabbage, Savoy cabbage. I put bok choy in it. Usually chives, like 1 pepper, like an orange pepper. Can of black beans, 6 eggs, bunch of seasoning, bunch of fat-free cheese, some salsa, and I make it all, and I just put it in the burritos, and I just microwave the burrito for 30 seconds with the shit on it. The burrito cooks, the stuff gets hot again, you roll it up, eat like 2 of them for lunch, 2 of them for dinner, and it's pretty much fat-free and sodium-free for the most part. So if you are looking to lose weight, Weight Watchers is a good thing. It's like $10 a month, and it's really helped me kind of like tweak. I can still eat Doritos, and I'm still losing weight. Me, that's a good-ass diet. If I can eat Doritos, almost all I want. I would say if I ate a little bit less on the Doritos, I'd be losing weight a little bit quicker. But nonetheless, I'm losing weight, and I'm still eating Doritos. That is a good fucking diet. I eat like 1 or 2 apples a day. I eat like a third of a cucumber every day. I usually eat a banana every day. So I do fill up on fruits a lot, but any diet with spicy nacho Doritos involved is a diet for me. That's for sure. Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna go watch some DSP detractor stuff. I might do a detractor show on him one day because I got a lot to say about him. I know a lot of people jumped on that DSP train and talk shit about him, but like I like to. I'm very active in chat on a couple of places, and I don't know him, so I don't really like. This is not personal. This is just me just jumping on the bandwagon, but the hypocrisy and a lot of stuff he says, I just feel the need to be called out because, like, yeah, I'm not getting into it tonight. I'm done all my old man ramblings for today. I'll be back check me up on announcements on Discord. I'll put something out there tomorrow. I don't know yet what's going on. If I don't go down and pick her up tomorrow, I will definitely be streaming again because I'm gonna want to talk. And even though I know nobody's like communicating with me right now, like through chat and shit like that, I don't care. I'm still gonna talk. But yeah, for some reason I can't do it. I'll let y'all know by like 4 or 5 p.m. East Coast time tomorrow. I should know by then if I'm going down to get her or not. I really don't want to. Like, I really don't think she's gonna be safe at the house. Man, I wish I would. Like, part of me wants to tell everybody what's going on, but part of me, like, I think I've left enough breadcrumbs where you guys can put the pieces together. If you listen to this whole thing tonight, God bless you. First of all, hit follow, like, subscribe, do all that shit. But I've left enough breadcrumbs tonight where you could figure out what's going on. And that's all I'm gonna say about that for tonight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But I am at peace with the decision I make, because I know when I lay my head down to sleep tonight, as a parent, I did the right thing about keep my child safe. Not the best thing for what she wants, but the best thing to keep her safe. Big difference on that. That's about it. I'll see y'all later, my friends. See ya.